Let's wait actually. Arman, I could hear sounds from your side. That's why I muted you. Can you mute from my side? If there's no sound from your side, I can unmute you. Are you okay for me to unmute you now? Okay, he's fine. You can do it yourself now. That's better. I'm just going to wait for 2 more minutes for more of your friends to come in. And after that, we'll start our last lesson with you guys. It's about writing a newspaper article. Today, we'll tell you how to write a newspaper article. Last week, if you guys were here, we did letter writing. A week before that, we did how to complete stories. So we covered a lot of things what you guys might get when you're doing your 11 plus. Yeah. So that's the last thing. I know this is not something you guys love. That's writing a newspaper article. So that's our last thing what we will do with you guys. So let's wait 2 more minutes for your friends to come in, and when they join in, we can start doing our last class with you guys, writing a newspaper article. Let's wait 2 more minutes and then we'll start doing it, yeah? And don't forget, we also put these videos on YouTube. Don't forget to like the videos and tell how you like the class. No? It'll be good for your friends, everyone to see. If you guys like it or you don't like it, it's up to you guys. It's absolutely. I think so. 90%. I have you guys will be liking it. So you can all give a thumbs up. No? Should we get started now? I don't think so. Because I don't want to wait for anyone else. We should just start. Tanya has submitted. What? Sorry? Well, they're very less today. They might have gone on holidays last weekend before the school starts.
Yeah.
Tanya, you've just joined in, so you can just show us your face, your lovely little face. I think so. It's 5:04. We should start now. It's about writing a newspaper article. What makes it great? So, what do you think makes it great? A newspaper article. If you see that, you need to have a good. You need to have a good, basically, what a new good heading and subtitles. Yeah. So basically, we are talking about the newspaper article today.
That one's good. I just went to and logged out.
Sorry, what's that?
Okay.
Okay. So basically, starting with the newspaper report needs. What do you think a newspaper report needs to be about an interesting event? So if you're reporting something, imagine you guys are newspaper writers. So what would you like to do? You would like to do something interesting. You need to write something really interesting about the event, capture your attention, or why would you read it? So you have to make sure that So you have to be really careful about this to be interesting event, capture your attention, or why would you read it? So obviously, when you're reading about a newspaper article or report, or you're reporting something, you need that thing to be really good. You need to be interesting. You need your attention. Why would you read it? Contain facts about what happened. Contain the main information in a short, snappy way. Include quotes. So if you're writing a newspaper article, if you are reporting it, you have to be careful about these things there. Yeah? Do you guys agree with that? You have to be very, very careful when you're writing about newspaper articles. Have you guys ever thought of writing any articles in a newspaper?
I have done about newspaper articles in school before.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. So you have tried doing it in your school. Did you like it?
It was
Yeah,
okay.
it actually is. Yeah, I do.
It's
You
okay.
did?
It's okay.
Is it okay? Not so good. What? Why Arab is not good?
The thing, it's okay, but it's kind of,
Kind of.
I don't know how to name it, but it's just, you have to just make up a story, and normally I just make up funny stories, and it just goes crazy.
It just goes crazy. That's a good one. Arab, which class are you in? Are you in year 4 or year 5?
I'm going in year 5 now.
You're going in year 5 now, looks like. You'll have a lot of things to do, a lot of creative writings to do, and you will start liking all this. No? Maybe. Kind of. So basically, they're telling you that about the newspaper article, you have to be really careful about what you're writing about. The event should be really interesting. It should capture your attention. Basically, as a reader, I should really like the way you're writing. Yeah.
And the title should be very catchy.
And this is something important, including quotes. You have to have quotes there. Okay. What else are they saying? They should have the most important information first. This is called front loading, and it lets you know if you want to keep reading. So basically, you need to have a heading and subheading. They will tell you in the next one, maybe next slide. So you have to think about when you're writing about the information, important information first. This is called the front loading, and it needs to know if you keep reading. So basically, your heading, like if you see newspaper articles, I think so that's also coming up next, maybe the next slide. It'll tell you how to do it.
Doesn't they start with like what something interesting happened, and then they say read on to find out?
Yeah, not like, yeah, it is, but in newspapers they don't say read down to read.
Yeah,
They
don't
just give you
explicitly say that.
they give you article. I'll show you. There are some examples here. Like, what do you have? Basically, what news is happening? Like, I'm just thinking, what news? Like, if you guys your GCSEs were cancelled, so the news was GCSE cancelled. This year also GCSE cancelled. So if you read that title, you want to read more. What's happening to the GCSEs? So you yourself you start reading it, and some things like that. Like you had lockdown extended. So if the title is lockdown extended, if you were reading it, you would think that, oh, why is the lockdown extended? Let's read a little more about it. So the heading was something which interests you guys. So you should carry on reading it. Yeah. Okay. Newspapers are made up of different features. Do you know any? So what things you know the newspapers have? Let's write down here.
They first start with a little spoiler what is happening.
So basically, newspapers will have a news in it. Yeah. What else can newspaper have?
Um, they would write about something that's very interesting. They would write about something very interesting. For example, maybe an earthquake struck in
Yeah.
the
One
middle of the night.
of the things you read newspapers for. First is news. Second is
Um,
Huh?
there are many there are many things like there's a sports place. I don't know what they're called, but there's like different types of articles about
yeah.
sports, maybe
Yeah, sports is there. That's what I was asking.
about
So I don't know.
Capital? You need a title. This
All right,
chapter.
S for
Yes.
sports.
A title, a heading, you definitely need that.
Oh, my S looks so horrible here. Just a minute, let me just remove my S.
There's
Because basically, you
different types of newspapers, basically. There's articles about sports, there's articles about the royal family, about shopping, fashion.
Talking about the do you know any? I just made this up, but Lego Griffin came to life all of a sudden.
okay. Let's see more things what newspaper articles are made of. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Here you have now. So this is a newspaper article. In this, you can see there's a headings, subheadings, and obviously image would be there. If there's no image, I have not seen any newspaper which doesn't have any image in it. So
No,
you
that's
need
boring.
things in the newspaper. You need a heading. That's the heading. Cousins find right way to raise funds. So this is your heading. And the subheading is the schoolgirls newspaper coins in charity cash. That's your subheadings. And this is your image. This one. Then you have the paragraphs. These are your paragraphs here. Then you have columns and you have caption. Caption means how they interact to you. If I zoom in a little bit for you guys to see this newspaper article a little bit. Can you see it now?
It's the writing under the photo, the image.
Can you see it now? Little bit. It's not so clear.
We can't read it, but we can see it.
Yeah, it's not clear. So at least we can see that you know what it is. So all the newspapers have a name. I have never seen a newspaper without a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Daily
So
Mail.
all the newspaper has a name. They might have their website. This newspaper has a website here underneath, if you can see. Yeah. A website is given.
The
Then you
price.
have a heading given. That's the heading of the newspaper. That's the heading. That's the subheading. And then this is the image. The image will definitely tell you what the headline is. So if the headline is about the girls, the image would be about the girls. The image can't be about a boy playing football. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it? So it will be something like this. You have, and I have seen one thing. If you guys have seen what they want you guys to notice more is bold, is written with bold letters. And it's little dark. Look at this, like two talented Jockstone schoolgirls made the headlines. This one, the subheading is in dark, and the other one, the paragraph is not in dark. Did you see that? Yeah.
So the important information should stand out.
So that you, as readers, you love it, you like it. No, you would be like, wow, this is so nice. I love it. I like reading it.
Not to my interest for me.
Yep. Now, same thing they have done. See, they have pointed out the headings, the subheadings, the paragraphs, the columns, the image we did, and the caption is the one which is written down of the image. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is basically how you have to do a newspaper.
The date, yeah, that's also very
Yeah, the
important.
date. Yeah, how could we forget the date? Date is something really important.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have the date, you won't go for the newspaper. You won't go for the newspaper, which is last year. Will you?
It's right under the it says Monday, December 23rd. No, 13th, 2020.
So this is all about the newspaper. The next one is they're going to tell you about the headlines. What should be your headlines look like? Should we go on the next one? Are you guys ready? Have you seen this one? Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's go on the next one. Next one is your, which article would you read based on the headlines? So let's have a list of the articles. All of you think about the article. As a reader, which articles would you like to read in the newspaper? Yeah?
So we're going to show you a bunch of headlines, and you have to tell me if you're going to read
the article or not? Like, is it interesting or not?
I
Read
would.
it? The next
Yeah, they
slide.
have. Yeah. That's the first one. Rooms with broken air conditioners. What? Conditioners are hot. That's the first headline. Will you like reading that?
Wait, can you repeat that again?
So this is the headline on a newspaper article. Rooms with broken air conditioners are hot. Would you be interested to read the rest of the news or not?
No, because it just says that rooms with broken air conditioners are hot.
It's not that
It isn't
interesting.
it isn't our fault. It isn't our fault that that the air conditioners are broken.
Yeah, that's not very interesting.
Anyone interested for this one?
No,
None of you.
nope. I get it.
Poor conditioner. There you go.
What about this one? Mugged by a parrot.
I do.
Yeah,
You do?
yeah, exactly. Because this is something unusual. It's interesting. You can't really get robbed by a bird. So that's why people would be interested to read as to what happened.
I like the next one. I think so they'll be interested for the next one. Should I go for the next one?
Yep.
Let's see if you guys will be interested to read that one.
No way.
I told you they will.
Why did I be insisted on finding why this man died?
No,
No,
but it's man
No,
dead in the
this isn't
graveyard.
this. No, I wouldn't have been interested. I wouldn't have been.
Why
Definitely.
not? Isn't it
Because
ironic?
It says man found dead in graveyard. What if he was buried? Like
Yeah.
that's literally what they do. That's in
Yeah.
graveyard. People are
But
dead.
wouldn't you want to find out whether it's a person who's already dead and buried or someone's actually been murdered in a graveyard? Because that's kind of ironic and interesting and like a horror movie thing.
What's important about someone dead? That.
People
Okay.
die and make news if it's unusual.
Okay, let's see the next one. I think so.
Spooky.
You guys will like this one or not.
No,
No. No.
Birds flying around with
Bugs
wings.
flying
or
around
flying
with
bugs.
love.
Bugs do have wings. Sometimes, Anne.
Not every, but yeah. It's saying bugs flying around with wings that are flying bugs. You're just saying flying 2 times and bugs 2 times. That won't make it
That
interesting.
doesn't make any sense. Why you have to say that 2 times? You could
Also,
just
they've
say,
already told you all the information that you need to know in the title. So why would you
And
bother reading the
doesn't
rest?
everybody know this?
Yeah,
You
and
need to
even if
choose one of the articles. You can't keep saying for all the articles you don't like it. You need to choose one of them. Let's
I
go to the
think
next one.
the Mugged in the Graveyard is quite good.
nope.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
Missing
Woman missing since she got lost.
Because it says woman missing since she got lost. If they removed the since she got lost, it would have been interesting. But it isn't interesting when you just said woman missing since she got lost.
That
That doesn't even
doesn't give any interest to the reader. If you said woman mysteriously missed,
Okay, that's the next one.
Yes,
Don't
I'm
be so
interested. I'm interested.
I'm interested.
Is that Rashford? Oh,
You
I
can't.
don't know.
You never know.
Let's see. There's another one. You guys like this one?
oh, it's
That's
Sterling.
interesting. It's got photos.
It's Sterling. Raheem
No,
Sterling.
no.
Bumblebee Man caught in
What is
sting.
a sting? What is a sting?
What does that even mean? See, now you would read it to find out more because you don't know. The title doesn't tell you everything. You're confused, so you want to read and clarify things.
No.
It will be
No. Why would we want to know where hell would be?
No, do you see what they've done? They've done wordplay here.
There will
Instead of
be hell.
toupee, like instead of toupee, they've used the word toupee, which is like a wig because of Donald Trump's hair. So they've made it funny, so you would want to read it because it's so funny.
For me, no. Yep, definitely.
You're right, so-
Definitely. Definitely.
You would read that.
Hero pilot saves fans' lives.
Yep.
Hero pilot.
You have to choose one. These are all the articles, so you need to choose any one of them.
I choose the birds.
A headline is the first thing an audience will see, so it should be clear and attention grabbing. It should give you an idea about what the story will be about. Like you saw all of them now. It could be rhyme or include iterations to be really memorable. Like, look at this one. If you go on this one, hero bullet saves fans' lives.
Yeah.
Then here they say they must have said
Yeah, because it
something about,
rhymes. The saves and lives, that kind of rhyme. So that's catchy.
and in this one also, like you were saying before, in this
The
one
two
also
phase
they
funny.
did do it.
Mhm.
As wind farms goes ahead, off is golf zone.
But I want to tell something's not the reason there's another reason why no one will be interested in this.
Why?
Man.
The one after the Donald Trump one.
Which is that one?
The next one.
This one?
Yeah.
No, the one like the Donald Trump one. Yeah, this one. Thing is, the reason I don't. There's another reason is because who would be interested about hearing that there's some mum dresses in Gucci.
Yeah.
That's the different article, I think.
Gucci woman.
That's just the cut. That's the thing on top. They're talking about the article about Donald Trump.
Yeah, but why will we want to know about why hell would be with a toupee? That's just no way.
It would be held to
No
pay.
one's ever going to do that.
Well, politics
No
is
way.
important to grown-ups. But yeah.
Tanya, can we please have your camera on?
Yeah.
Please. So this is, it could rhyme. So this is, you have to choose any one of them. And then think of some headlines for the following. So the flight with the Gambling King, the riddle game with, let's see what they have done.
Let's see too.
So this is what they have done. They wanted you to do something like this.
They've just given you an example of headlines, I think.
So basically, there should be articles. We are just going through the things what a newspaper is made up of. First is they are saying about the headlines. Chapter 1 explains you all about headlines, and we have seen lots of example of headlines. Next one is what is the purpose of an article? So why do people make articles? What the reason they say is they make the articles for a newspaper article's job is to tell the news. Any news could be true, could be false. Their purpose is to go and just tell you the news. It needs to do it in a quick way that gets across the main information. It should include facts about an event. So it could be about an event, it could be about any information they want to give or any news.
I just thought about something I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It's about titles. Thing is, titles need to have like interesting things inside it. For example, I thought of one title I did in my newspaper article. It's Water Bad Day. It sounds like what a bad day, but you just instead of what a bad day, you said water bad day. So it's about something. So my newspaper article in school was about like a city flooded.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's kind of like what they did with the toupee thing with Donald Trump. But that's a very good idea. The wordplay.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. So you get it. The title should be interesting.
So an article must answer the key questions. So you need to ask yourself questions about when you're doing the articles. Who was involved? Where did it happen? What happened? When did it happen? Why did it happen? So when you're writing a newspaper article, you need to ask yourself all these questions. Then only your article would be good. The questions are who was involved, where did it happen, what happened, all these things. Yeah. So now let's look at this one. So we can answer the questions what they ask you. The article, what is the headlines? Anybody tell me what the headline of this newspaper is?
It's a golden girl caught in the act.
Yeah, that's your heading. So what's your subheading now?
A young girl to be emerged from destruction of property and theft.
Yeah.
So remember, in the previous slide, I showed you all what questions you need to ask yourself. So these are the questions we will be looking at in this article. Yeah. Who was involved? Where did it happen? What happened? When did it happen? Why did it happen? Okay. So first one is who is in the yellow one. First
Goldilocks
question,
Granger.
who was involved is given in the yellow one. So in the yellow one, yellow which is marked is will answer your first question in the previous slide. Who was this is who was involved? That's in the yellow one. So who was involved?
Goldilocks Granger.
Yeah, he's involved. And the green one is what? So what happened? So what happened is in the green. So what happened?
She was arrested yesterday on charges of burglary and damage to property.
Yeah. So see, we can answer all the questions. And the pink one is when. So what was when?
When did it
When
happen?
did it happen? So when did it happen?
9:30 a.m. yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where
So
did it happen?
where did it happen?
At the cottage of the three bears.
And why did she or he break? Why did she break in?
What Goldilocks claimed. I can't clearly read it.
She only did it because she was bored and hungry.
Goldilocks claimed something. She only did it because she was bored and hungry. So basically, she
It
was
says
very bored and
she.
hungry.
Yeah. So the reason why Goldilocks did it was because they were bored and hungry. They
So
broke in.
these are the things you can keep asking yourself when you're doing the article. Got it? So this article answered all the questions what what I told you guys in the previous slide. Yeah. So you have to ask yourself all these questions, and this slide shows you everything what we did in the previous one. Today you're going to look through different articles looking for the 5 Ws. 5 Ws is the one
The
here.
what, where, when.
These are your 5 Ws here. Who, where, what, when, and why. Yeah. So if you guys have a piece of paper, try writing down for me all this because this will go throughout your slides now. So if you guys don't know what it is, we can't keep going back all the time. Yeah. So this is all your 5. Who, where, what, when, why. When you guys are ready, let us know. Then we can move on to the next one. Should we move on now? That was easy.
No.
Just
No.
no? Okay, no.
That's okay.
Arav, there's a big no.
I'm done.
Done? That's good. Okay, now the next one is planning an article. So we'll tell you how to plan an article now. In the next one, it's how do you plan an article? So the next one is you need to write an article. What will answer all the questions your headline might give? Start with the introduction. So first is the introduction. Let's look at the introduction now. The introduction, this introduces the story and should grab our attention. It sets the scene for the rest of the article and should give a mini view of the main points. It's often very short, so make it count. It should answer who, where, what, and why. So we
It
have
just gives you,
before
yeah, it
also.
just gives you a very quick outline of the whole article.
Yeah. Did you guys get this now? Next is the main body. So next is your main body. This is written in paragraphs and columns. Your main body is the one. Let's look at any article which we had before. Let me say, are they showing any articles? Okay. Let me go back and show you what the main body is. If I look at this one, what do you think your main body would be? The main body would be the ones which tells you about the article. Yeah. Everything else which is not in bold, basically, which tells you about the article.
Yes, over here, the first paragraph is the introduction because it just tells you that Goldilocks, how old she was and what happened. Was arrested because they broke in, like burglary and damaged the property. That's the introduction. That just tells you exactly what happened, and then the article starts, the main body of the article, going into depth and explaining how and what.
They also made a mistake. They also forgot where it says the part they've got an A.
It should be past.
Yeah. The image shows us a snapshot of what happened, where it happened, how it happened too. So basically, they're telling you about the images, what the pictures show you, the images show you. It should make you feel something sad, happy, excited, or even angry so that you want to read on. So obviously, when you're reading article, if you're not interested to read it, basically you won't be able to read it. If I'm reading article and I don't like the way it's done, if it's not interested, it's too boring, I won't read it. I'll just leave it aside. Same thing applies to if you watch your YouTube videos or things like that. You would go for the YouTube video which is interesting. You won't just go for any YouTuber who's really boring and tells you, "Oh, I'm a new YouTuber. Please watch me." You won't go and watch that YouTuber, will you?
No.
Basically,
Same
people.
applies to the articles. You have to have read. You need to make articles which are interesting and which engage a lot of audience.
Yeah, and
Basically,
people often look at the images before they read the title, so your image should be very interesting and eye-catchy. That's what they're saying. It should give you a snapshot of what happened. Because looking at the image, then you can decide if you want to read.
It's kind of like what Harry from Harry Potter does when he reads the prophet. First he looks at the picture, then he reads the title, and then he just reads the bit which is interesting.
Yeah, because looking at a photo is a lot easier than reading, isn't it? So people tend to do that first, and then see if it's worth reading on. So your picture is very important. Make sure it's relevant.
a caption should go under the photo to tell you a little more information. It's just a label for the photo. Like, let's look at, where is that one gone?
Yeah, so it just sort of connects the photo to the rest of the article.
Yeah, if you look at this one.
Just distraught at the scene. Aww.
So it basically tells you about the article, and you look at the poor. He looks like he's hiding something.
She's
Not
sad.
must have eaten
Sad,
something.
so she's wiping the tears.
She's sad. So you can come to know about her feelings, how she is. Sad, happy. No?
If you guys know the story of Goldilocks, it's bears.
Oh, have I done this? No. We were in planning an article. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on the caption slide.
Okay. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one now. Here you go. This is often the last thing you write as it may just hit you. It gives you a quick idea of what the story is about. It stands out and is often clever to grab attention. Yeah? Give a little more information about the story. It gives you a little more information about the story. You will be writing an introduction to the article. It should include most of the 5 Ws. Make sure you make it interesting. It should let you know what the article is going to be all about. The newspaper articles need to be about something you have already covered in the Hobbit. Habit or Hobbit? I don't know.
The Hobbit. That's just an
Yeah,
idea.
the Hobbit.
Yeah, there are some ideas. So this is some ideas they have given you. Before leaving the share, going on an adventure, the fight with the Strolls, the fight with the Gumlin King, meeting Gumlin and escaping.
So that's just the things that happen in The Hobbit, like the story about that.
For me, I once tried to do the Lord of the Rings one. Just make up that's and a famous archer just defeated the dragon. I forgot his name.
By the way, I just want to say that have never seen the movie The Hobbit.
It doesn't have to be this one. You can make up your own articles.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, okay.
This is just an example that they're using.
This should be a heading.
This is the layout of a newspaper article. You should have the heading at the top, subheading, a rough layout. This is how you should place it.
Your image should be here, caption, and this is all your body. Here should be all your body. Here comes your body.
And your paragraphs, your colors.
Yeah. Now they will tell you what to write in the main body. Writing the main body. So how should we write the main body? So you guys know how to write the heading. You know how to write a subheading. Yeah. You know about the image. Yeah. And the caption of the image also you guys know now. The next is writing the main body. What do you mean by writing the main body? It's not your body. Please don't think that writing the main body means to write about your body parts. Yeah. It should be the body of the article. Yeah.
It's just the main article, basically. The
Okay.
middle part of the article.
This is written in paragraphs and columns. It should be the past tense as it has already happened. This is something you all have to be really careful. When you're writing an article, your article cannot be in the present tense. It should be in the past tense. Yeah. The sentence should be short and clear. You can't keep writing like in creative writing, so keep writing paragraph out of paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs. In this article, you have to be short and clear. It should answer why and how. It should also include quotes. Quotes is something which I have not seen. All of you send your creative writings, but this is something I saw that was missing in all of your creative writings. None, not even one person had this here. I'm marking it. Oh, it's in black. So I can't do that. I've just circled it. It should give a lot of information about what you introduced in the introduction. It should be in order of the event. So obviously we are keep on telling you guys, it should be same as the event. It should not be something different from the event. It cannot go like something different. So let's look at this one. Like we told you the previous one, you said, oh, we don't like it. This is what they have done it for you. They have told you what the main body is. Yeah. Who wants to read the main body to us? Only the boys. What about the girls today? The girls are not active.
That's okay.
Yesterday,
Okay, go on.
Keep going.
Yesterday, the goblin fell to his death in his lair after his prisoners escaped, fought their way out and caused carnage. The goblin king was left cocked yesterday when he was sorted by his very own prisoners. A group of 14 made up of a visit, hobbit and dwarves who were being kept prisoners by the Goblin King before escaping and sending him and most of his army to their death. The Goblin had planned to crush them. One witness he was singing songs about battering bones and breaking necks. The next thing you know, his guts were spilling out of his belly.
Good.
Gandalf,
It's fine. You'll get tired reading so much. So basically, you should have an image here related to this only. So you cannot have something else. The image should be same, yeah?
And notice how they have quotes. They have a quote from the witness they interviewed. So the first witness said this. And we have witnesses if you have an event and you can quote them. That's the easiest way of including quotes into your writing.
The final piece. So what do you think the final piece could be? After completing the main body and most of the article, you should add all the final touches, including the image, caption, the heading, and the subheading. So basically, what are they telling you? They are telling you when you're writing an article in the newspaper or something, you should leave the heading and subheading for the time being. You should try writing about the article first, and after when you write the article, then you have to think about what heading and subheadings will you give and what image will you add on. And the caption, these are the things you should try doing in the end. Yeah. Because sometimes if you write a headline about something and your main body doesn't tell about that thing, it doesn't make sense. So try writing about the main body first. What do you think about the article? And then try going for the heading, subheading, and the image. These three things will come in the end. Yeah. So only your main body comes in the beginning.
Yeah,
So
because those things should be related to the main body. So have your main body first, and that will make it easier to find a related. Yeah.
yeah, after completing the main body and most of your article, you should add the final touches. So this is your final touches, the image, the caption, the headlines, and the subheadings. So these four things should come in the end. Yeah. So let's look at this one. Now, what they made you read before, remember what they told you? So what have they added in this one? Anyone can tell me there are two things they have added in this one, what you didn't have in the previous one.
Just unmute yourself and say it.
they added the image and the caption.
Good.
Because
So
the
the
image should be
caption,
relevant.
yes,
Yeah.
the caption should give a little bit of info about what is in the picture. So if you look at this, it tells you what is in the image. Yeah. So these are the two things they have added in this heading and subheading. So what is missing now in this article? What are the two things it's still missing? Arav, want to give answer now? You're quiet for long.
Yeah. They haven't written the subheading and the date, so there's the two things they need to write.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think they would give the heading and subheading? Let's see who's right from you guys. Any guesswork now?
That's the headline.
What would be the headline?
Goblin King Slade.
Do you think that would be the heading? Let's watch and see. What do you think could be the subheading? Arman, do you want to try the subheading?
Goblin slays enemies.
That's a good one. Should we see what they have given now? Yeah? Let's go. First, they will give us little things about the headlines. They will tell you what it is, then they'll tell you. So, next, your headline should be a few snappy words to sum up your article and give the reader an idea of what it's all about. We know that. All of you know that, yeah? I just want to ask you guys, should the article should be in past tense or in present tense?
Past tense, because it's already happened.
Yeah.
Good. It should be a quick, clever, and snappy. Should include rhyming or alterations. It should be the biggest text in the page and stand out. So it should be stand out. The next one gives you if you guys are right or wrong. Do you want to give more ideas? Let's see who's right. Girls, what about you? What do you think it could be? What should be the heading and subheading should be? Let's see who's right from all of you now.
Was it Defeating Goblin King?
It could be.
Because after all, the Goblin King dies in this section.
What about the girls? They're so quiet. What do you think the heading could be? You know the article, you know what the main body is, you know what the image is, and you know what the caption of the image is. So, what do you think the heading and the subheading could be now?
Something about the goblin dying.
The death of the Goblin King? Maybe.
Yeah, it could be. You're right.
That's very explicit, yeah. Maybe they would choose something a bit more interesting.
Maybe prisoners. Like, maybe it could be prisoners defeat Goblin King. Huzzah.
Yeah.
Could be.
Let's look.
Should we look?
Yeah.
The Goblin King left gutted.
I can't.
It says the Goblin King left gutted. Oh, did we move on?
And the subheading,
Yeah.
Subheading.
they have not given the subheading yet, have they? So we got the heading now. So what's missing now?
Subheading and the date.
And what else?
The date.
The
The
date.
date.
Yeah.
You didn't put any date at all. You need to put a date.
I know that's something. I don't think so. They will put the dates, will they?
No, you can put a date according to your event on your
Yeah.
thing.
The subheading should be the biggest text on the page. It should give a little more info at the headline, but not the full story. So this is something we again have to be careful about this, about the subheading. What are they saying? The subheading is coming on the end now. So we are coming towards the end. I want you guys to give me the subheading. Let's see. Let's go back here. What do you think the subheading could be now? You know the text, you know the image, you know the caption, you know the heading.
Goblin King left prisoners.
What
Goblin
left
King
prisoners?
left prisoners alone and he got killed by them? You never know. There could be many things.
So what the article is basically saying is that the prisoners escaped after killing the Goblin King.
So, well, the Goblin Kings. It could be, like Ademan said, because all he did was sing about bones crushing.
Arman, what do you think the subheading should be?
I think I'm just taking a guess, but I think it would be like maybe the goblins, the prisoners
Maybe.
free because of the Goblin King dead.
Yes.
It could be like it could be like what was it? It could be that they were left alone because, as I said, he was just singing. He was not bothering. He was just thinking how to kill them. He was not bothering what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what they are saying. Yeah. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
There we go.
They're saying yeah.
Here it's on the screen. So the Goblin King killed as prisoners escape.
And then they got.
There.
There's
What would you
something at the
do there?
bottom.
Escape there.
There's like a
And it's
little word at the bottom that's covered with the image.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
we should like
It's
slide
covered
that.
here, yeah.
I think we should slide the image.
I don't
What
think
are
I can
you
move it. We
doing?
can't move
Which
it.
one is it? Let's see.
We can't move it.
Oh no.
No.
It's okay.
Look,
We'll
yeah. As the freedom something something something.
I think it could be their capture.
Yeah. I'm just looking what they did here.
Capture could be the
No,
word.
will be this here. Same one here. SGANDOLF on there. Because it will be the same one what's here.
Right.
Let me just look at the slide on my phone and see what the word is. Give me a minute. Because if it comes on my phone, it will be able to, if I'm, because I emailed myself, so it'll be there. What do you think it is? Till I'm,
The
missing word.
Brooklyn King killed as prisoners escaped their death. Because after all, he was plotting on how to kill them. So death would be something.
no.
My guess is capture.
Yeah, it's captures. It's
Yay.
CAPTORS. That's the word.
Capture. As they
It's-
escape their capture.
Let's write here. CAP. That's the missing word, guys.
URE. Captures.
That's the missing word here.
Okay, so have you guys thought about what you want to write your newspaper article on?
I have.
What do you want to write about? Tell us.
Yeah, compound in the woods. I guess it's found in the woods.
So what I want to write about is that maybe that usually mostly in America there's loads of tornadoes
Okay.
and thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
There's also tsunamis. But
Okay, so that's in your notes. Have you thought about a title? You could do that later.
I was thinking of something like mythical. Maybe Hunter finds Pegasus sleeping in the woods and then vanishes, and then you can write that.
Okay, yeah. And the sighting of something supernatural. That's very newsworthy. Any other ideas? You guys know what you're going to write about? Girls, do you have any ideas for your newspaper articles?
Yeah. And then your article should have all these things what we did here. I think so that was the last slide, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So make sure you write about your 5 W's. So in the who, you have to write who found the Pegasus, for example, in your one.
Okay.
What they were doing, when did they see it, what happened.
Try
And where
asking
was it?
yourself all these questions, what they asked here.
And where, like you said, in a forest. Which forest, in what country?
It could be in Albania
That's up to you.
because there might be a forest in Albania, or I could just make up the forest.
Yeah,
Just make up yours.
You can
You can also make up your own article, yeah. And remember, your article needs to be in a past tense.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
You have
It already happened.
image. This guy looks really scary, whatever this is.
Jeremy, you look ugly.
I don't like him. I want to change this. He's
He
too
gives me
scary.
goosebumps. He gives me goosebumps. When
Yeah.
I see him, I just shiver and get goosebumps.
If I were you, I would just remove this image and go. Put a better one, not a scary image.
Also, remember to include quotes. So interview your witnesses, interview the person. If you're writing about the tsunami, then interview some of the people that were affected. Some of the people who lost their families or their homes or something in the floods or whatever.
I think the image it shows that this was just like 5 minutes before he got killed, because if you can see really clearly behind the Goblin King, there's a long white bearded person holding a staff.
Yep. It could be just before he got killed.
So this is about your newspaper article, and we want to see how your newspaper articles are now. Arman is already sleepy looking at the newspaper article. No? This image is making everyone sleepy today. I don't know why.
This image is giving me goosebumps, and it looks
The way he's looking at me looks like he's asking you guys, come on guys, enough of staring at me. Off your cameras now. You are staring at me from ages, all
No,
of you.
it's just that if I see a picture for a very long time, my eyes get bored.
yeah. Well, I got a question.
Yeah, ask your question.
How are the photographers going to get these pictures? How do they get the picture? Like, they can't just go in. Anyways, in this time, which they say there wasn't any electricity.
I don't know. They must have.
Questions.
Well,
This is not a real one. They must have just taken from the internet.
yeah, this isn't real.
Yeah,
It's not real.
but if this was real, then probably Gandalf would cast as well, because
I'm looking at the last previous one about the girls. This is nice. Let's have different images.
Just look.
nope,
Donald
Nope.
Trump.
nope,
The
yep.
What's so nice about him putting his shirt up?
He's just
No,
telling
the thing is,
himself-
Sterling is going to Liverpool and he's being greedy because the Liverpool manager is offering him 20,000 pounds.
he wants
Sterling wants
This is an
50,000
interesting
pounds.
article
Sterling
for
wants
you.
50,000, but Sterling wants 50,000 pounds.
He wants at least 13,000 more pounds than he should actually have.
right, yeah.
I think he'd been.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
And now they're just warning Raheem.
Okay, so let's see what articles you guys do it. You give it to us. Now we are end of your creative writing classes. Arif, you're not giving 11 plus right now. You're giving next year. So you'll have a tough year this year.
Yeah.
And Arman, I think so he's giving this year. So he will be shattered about 11 plus coming ahead now from next week. There'll be more pressure.
Yeah.
There's everywhere. Study, study, study. 11 plus is there. Not less than a week left now. About the girls, I think so.
But today it wasn't. But in the start of the morning, it was good.
Then it get over. Then you guys there will be a day when your exams will be over. You won't have any time to do anything. I have girls who had given 11 plus last year in our tuition. They get so bored, and when we ask them, I said, what's the thing you guys miss? And they say, our mother's telling us to study. Now our mothers don't even say us anything.
Like, once it's done, all of a sudden you have a lot of more free time as soon as it's
You'll have
done.
a lot of free time.
You won't be
I'm
studying.
going to have a hard time now. For him, a year is left. Study, 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 study.
We'll be over soon.
Yeah, in the beginning they will be fine. They will make you enjoy. They will slowly they will give you the
Work.
new word. Taster lessons of 11 plus. So we are done for today now, guys. I wish all of you who's giving the 11 plus good luck for your entrances. Yeah.
Yes, and one thing,
Yeah.
I'm confused by this whole picture.
By this
I
picture,
don't know. Is Sterling actually going to Liverpool?
you're gonna have to do your own research on that.
Yeah,
Because
I'll just
We're not really
research
into sports.
because he's in Man City.
unfortunately, guys, I'm not into football so much. So you have to do your own research for
He's
that.
in
Yeah.
Manchester City, so he must. So
He may be moving to Liverpool and going in the Liverpool one.
Well, look
I
how
mean-
interesting this article was. You guys are still thinking about it. Make sure yours is something like this as well.
okay,
This is
You need to make your own articles. So I'm not going to give you guys anything, and tell your parents I'm not going to email anything today because the articles you guys have to think about your own articles and do it.
Come up with your own story. We won't tell you what to write about this time.
So okay, all of you have a good rest of the day. I'm saying rest of the week, rest of the day. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you guys in YouTube videos. YouTube live if you guys want to join me, but not in creative writing anymore now. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.